Hello students, in today's lecture we are going to quickly understand the solved numericals given in NCERT textbook in chapter 8 motion. Let us see the first numerical given, that is example 8.1. I'll read the question first. An object travels 16 meters in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? So it is given that first he travels 16 meter in 4 seconds. So I have represented it by S1. 16 meter is S1 and T1 is 4 seconds. And then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. So S2 is 16 meter and time taken T2 is 2 seconds. What you have to find out? Average speed of the object. So average speed is question mark. No conversion required here. What is the formula for average speed? Average speed is total distance upon total time. Total distance covered upon total time taken. Now what is the total distance here? See, first he travels this distance and then he travels this distance. We have to calculate average speed overall. So total distance travelled will be S1 plus S2, that is 16 plus 16. And what is the total time taken? First he has taken T1 time to travel this distance, then T2 time to travel this distance. So total time will be T1 plus T2. So just put the value 4 plus 2. And after doing the calculation here, we get the answer as usual, get the answer in 3 decimal places and round it off to 2 decimal places. So our answer 32 upon 6 is 5.333 meter per second. When we round it off, so this number is less than 5, last number, so I'll write it 5.33 meter per second. Very simple numerical. Now example number 8.2. The odometer of a car reads 2000 km at the start of a trip and 2400 km at the end of the trip. If the trip took 8 hours, calculate the average speed of the car in kilometer per hour and meter per second. So here these questions are quite short, so we can write. What is given? They have given initial odometer reading. What is written here? The odometer of a car reads 2000 km at the start of a trip. So I can write initial odometer reading is 2000 km. And at the end of the trip it reads 2400 km. So final odometer reading is 2400 km. And it took 8 hours. The trip took 8 hours. So time is 8 hours. And what you have to find? Average speed, but in kilometer per hour as well as in meter per second. So here readings are given in kilometer, so I can find out the distance travelled from this initial and final odometer reading. I hope you know, you remember what I have told. You have to just subtract the readings. Final reading minus initial reading will give you the total distance travelled. It is in kilometer. Time is in hours, and commonly used unit for the speed of vehicle is kilometer per hour, and that also they have asked. So let us not convert that. What is the distance travelled? 2400 minus 2000, that is 400 km. And formula for average speed is again the same, total distance covered upon total time taken. Distance covered is now 400 km, time taken is 8 hours. So we get the answer for average speed in kilometer per hour is 50 km per hour. Now if we want to convert this into meter per second, we can simply multiply this by 5 by 80. So 50 km per hour is 50 into 5 by 80 meter per second, and after calculation division we get the answer in 3 decimal places as 13.888 meter per second. We can round it off to 2 decimal places since our third decimal place is having the digit 8, which is more than 5. So I'll round it off to 13.89 meter per second. I hope you find these numericals very simple and easy to understand. Now the third numerical is Usha swims in a 90 meter long pool. She covers 180 meter in 1 minute by swimming from one end to the other and back along the same straight path. Find the average speed and average velocity of Usha. So they have given here Usha swims in a 90-meter long pool. So given length of pool is 90 meter. She covers 180 meter in 1 minute. Distance travelled S is 180 meter and time is 1 minute. By swimming from one end to the other and back along the straight path. Find the average speed and average velocity. This we have to find out. So we have written what is given. Okay. Now why I have written distance here along with S? Because we have to find speed as well as velocity. So distance and displacement both will be required. Because for average speed, distance will be required. For average velocity, displacement will be required. And as in this numerical, the person Usha is not going straight, he returns back also. So distance and displacement magnitude will be different in that case. So I have written that S is distance to just differentiate between distance and displacement. Now I have written what is given. Any conversion required? Time is 1 minute, converted into seconds, 60 seconds, this is 5 meter. Now we'll write the formula. Average speed is total distance upon total time, and as we have written here, it should be S upon T, 180 upon 60, that is 3 meter per second. This is Usha's average speed. What is average velocity? First we should write the formula. Total displacement upon total time. Now Usha swims along the same path and returns back to the same final position. So as Usha's initial and final positions are same, because length of the pool is 90 meter and it is straight, she goes straight, covers 90 meter and comes back along the same straight path and then covers 180 meter. It means Usha's initial and final positions are same. So displacement is 0 meter because it is the shortest distance from initial to final position. Average velocity will be, just put the values, 0 meter upon time is 60 seconds, which will be 0 meter per second. So we can see here that this is not a case where Usha is moving just straight and not changing the direction. So in this case, average speed and average velocity, they are having different values. Now our next fourth numerical is, just listen to the question carefully. Starting from a stationary position, Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meter per second in 30 seconds. Then he applies brakes such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. Calculate the acceleration of the bicycle in both the cases. So once if we have read this numerical, second time when we read, we have already little knowledge about this, so we can use the proper symbols also. Starting from a stationary position, so given U is, as he starts from a stationary position, Rahul starts from a stationary position, so initial speed U is 0 meter per second. He paddles his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meter per second, so this is final velocity. And time taken for this is 30 seconds. So this is T. And then they have written, then he applies brakes. So as we have written the question first initially, we know there are two cases. And so I have written here case 1. We have to find acceleration here. And now case 2. Then he applies brakes such that the velocity of bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. So here, if you don't read the numerical properly, you will not understand it properly. Okay, you know that for this time is 5 seconds. Velocity comes down to 4 meter per second. It means final velocity is 4 meter per second. But what is the initial velocity here or initial speed here? You will not take it 0 meter per second, remember. Because imagine that he started from stationary position, increase the velocity to the 6 meter per second in 30 seconds and then he applies brakes. It means this final velocity now becomes the initial velocity. That's why I have put a star there. So students do mistake, they take U as 0 meter per second. It is not 0, It is 6 meter per second and V is 4 meter per second. Time taken for this change is 5 seconds. This is after the brakes are applied. You have to find the acceleration in both the cases. So what I have done, I have written case 1 when he starts, case 2 when he applies the brakes. I have used UBTA symbol for each of them. You can do it this way also, or if you want you can write U1, V1, T1, A1, U2, V2, T2, A2. That way also you can do. But since I have just mentioned case 1, case 2 separately, I have not made it that way. So case 1, acceleration, you should write the formula first. V minus U upon T, just put the values. V 6 minus 0 upon 30, that is 6 upon 30, 1 upon 5, and that is 0.2 meter per second square. For case 2, acceleration, again the same formula, V minus U upon T. V is 4 and U is 6. So 4 minus 6 divided by time is 5. So that comes out to be minus 2 upon 5 minus 0.4 meter per second square. We know it has to be negative. Why? Because this is a case of retardation as brakes are applied as velocity or speed is decreasing. I hope this is clear to you. This was a simple numerical. The only thing is where students go wrong is that you have to take 6 meter per second and not 0 meter per second. So our fifth numerical is now, a train starting from rest attains a velocity of 72 km per hour in 5 minutes. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform, find 1. the acceleration and 2. the distance travelled by train for attaining this velocity. A train starting from rest. So what is given? Rest. Starts from rest. So U is 0 meter per second. Attains a velocity of 72 km per hour. So final speed is 72 km per hour. In 5 minutes. Time is 5 minutes. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform. So here it is mentioned that the acceleration is uniform. Find 1. acceleration A. Second, distance travelled by the train, that is 2 is S, we have to find out. Now we have written what is given. Okay, what we have to find out. Now we'll see any conversion required. Yes. V, the 72 km per hour can be converted into meter per seconds, and this minutes also can be converted into seconds. So they should be 72 multiplied by 5 by 18, 18 ones are 18 fours are 72, so that comes out to be 20 meter per second, this V, and time is 5 into 60 seconds, that is 300 seconds. Now let us start. First, acceleration A is by definition or from first equation of motion V minus U upon T. V is 20, U is 0, 20 minus 0 divided by 300. And 20 minus 0 is 20 divided by 300, 1 0 gets cancelled, 1 upon 50. Get the answer, 0.0666 meter per second square. When we round it off to 3 decimal places, I can write it as 0.067 meter per second square, as this 6 is more than 5. Or in scientific notation, if you want to write, you can write it as 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 2, as this point is shifted to 2 places towards the left and right hand side. So 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter per second square. So you can write either in this way or that way the final answer for acceleration. Second, S. We can use the second equation of motion. S is ut plus half at square. U is 0, t is 300 plus half. Now for A, I have not put this value because this will be a bit difficult for the calculation. 1 over 15 is easier. So for A, I have put 1 over 50. As I know cancellation will be easier. Into t square. T square means twice you have to multiply t. That is 300 here. So first terms becomes 0 into 300, 0 plus, that is 2 ones are 2, 150s are 300, 15 ones are and 15 tens are 150. So the final answer is 300 into 10, 3000 meters. And 3000 meter, you can, if you wish, you can write it as 3 kilometer, or even 3000 meters is considered to be your right answer. I hope it's clear. Now the sixth numerical is, a car accelerates uniformly from 18 km per hour to 36 km per hour in 5 seconds. Calculate 1. The acceleration, and 2. the distance covered by the car in that time. So we'll write now what is given. A car accelerates uniformly from 18 km per hour to 36 km per hour in 5 seconds. Initial speed u is 18 km per hour. Final speed v is 36 km per hour, and in 5 seconds it means time is 5 seconds. Calculate the acceleration. You have to find one, acceleration a, and the distance covered by the car in that time. So second is s. We have written what is given. So let us see if any conversion is required. Yes, u and v, we have to convert it into meter per second. Now multiply it by 5 by 18, each of them, and then we get 18 gets cancelled. U becomes 5 meter per second, and v becomes 18 ones are 18 twos are 36, 10 meter per second. Now first, acceleration. Use a formula. A is v minus u upon t is equal to, put the values, v is 10, u is 5. So 10 minus 5 divided by t is 5, 5 by 5. So acceleration comes out to be 1 meter per second square. In your notebook you can do it, this is equal to one below the other, these steps. Instead of showing this way, you can show it vertically downwards. For the second, s is ut plus half at square is equal to, u is 5, t is 5, u, t are both 5. So 5 into 5 plus half, a is 1, t square into t is 5, 5 into 5. 5 5s are 25 plus 25 by 2, and 25 by 2 is 12.5. So 25 plus 12.5 is 37.5 meters. So this is the answer for distance covered. Now today's last numerical is the seventh one. So I'll read the question here. The brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square in the opposite direction to the motion. If the car takes 2 seconds to stop after the application of brakes, calculate the distance it travels during this time. So let me read it again and you please listen carefully. The brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square. So given acceleration A is 6 meter per second square, but you know that the brakes are applied, and also they have mentioned that it produces an acceleration of 6 meter per second square in the opposite direction to the motion. Whenever acceleration is in the opposite direction to the motion, it is negative. Otherwise, brakes are applied. From there also we come to know it's negative. So you have to put this negative sign. If you don't put this negative sign for acceleration, your whole numerical will go wrong. So brakes are applied to car, acceleration of 6 meter per second square is produced, and we have taken it negative. If the car takes 2 seconds to stop, so final speed is 0 meter per second and time taken is 2 seconds. You have to calculate the distance it travels during this time. It means you have to find S. So A was given, but negative sign we have to put. V is because the train stops, time is given, S we have to find out. Any conversion required? No. Now S is, we know there are 3 different methods and you can choose any method. So I have written intentionally all the formulae that you can use. S is ut plus half at square, v square is u square plus 2as, and last S is average speed into time, that is u plus v over 2 into time. Now students, here there are 3 different methods to find S. Okay. In all the 3 cases, in all the 3 formulae, we require u. Without u, we have A and T, no problem, but u is not there. We have VA, but again u is not there. Again there u is required. So in all the three formulae, u is required. Without having the value of u, we cannot proceed. It means although they have not asked us to find u, but we know we have to find u also. So this you can find by using the first equation of motion. V is u plus at. V is 0 is equal to u plus a is minus 6. Don't forget to put the sign minus into 2. So 0 is u minus 12. So u is 12 meter per second. So once you have got u, you can use any of one of these formulae and get the value of s. I have chosen this third equation of motion, second formula here. So using third equation of motion, v square is u square plus 2as. V is 0, 0 square is equal to u square, 12 square plus 2 into a minus 6 into s. So 0 is equal to 12 square is 144 and 2 into minus 6 is minus 12 into s. Take 12s on the other side, so negative will become positive. So 12s is 144 and finally s is 144 divided by 12, that is 12 meters. I hope you have understood all the numericals that we have discussed today. And these numericals are already solved in your NCERT textbook, but still there are some students who have difficulty in understanding. I hope they are clear and now you have also understood the few numericals that we have done from back exercise. So we'll be completing this chapter most probably in our next lecture, all the numericals. The chapter completely, chapter 8 motion will be 100% completed by the next lecture. And if required or if students demand, then we can do more numericals or we can do more conceptual questions based on this chapter. Thank you, students.